It was really confusing to him for the fact that he was working here at this car dealership off Plainfield during the entire pandemic. When he wasn't working for a few weeks, his employer was still paying him.
The total they say I owe is $10,300.
Tim Walters is a sales advisor for Tony Benton Ford in Grand Rapids. Last year, he was off the job for about a month, but continued to get paid. So his employer told him not to file for benefits. When he returned,
the CFO called me up and he said, "Hey, did you apply for unemployment?" And I said, "I didn't because this is why, because of what they told me." He said, "Well, I got something from unemployment here. Says that you did." I said, "Well, I didn't."
Tim sent in all the proof that the UIA asked for, but the confusion has lasted more than 5 months. September 8th, Tim wrote this letter to the UIA explaining that he never stopped working for the dealership and did not apply for benefits. A month later, the bill came, saying he owed $10,000 and was behind $125 on payments. A few weeks after that, he got this notice telling him if he believed he was a victim of ID theft, he needed to report it, and that no further action was needed, there is no payment required, and there is also no risk of any garnishment. So why did he get this notice the following month saying he was past due $250, almost like the computer systems are not talking to each other?
And then when I call the name and number on the bottom of the paper that they send, you can't reach anybody. They tell you to go online. Well, that gets you nowhere.
In December, he got a warning about collections, telling him the U.S. and Michigan Treasury departments could intercept the payments. Just this month, the final warning that scared him, telling him his wages were about to be garnished.
So what I did was I went in and talked to the CFO again, and he said, "Unfortunately, Tim, if I get this letter, even though I know that you didn't do this, I still have to sign up to garnish your wages because I don't get in the middle of that. That's not his position."
Despite never filing for benefits and continuing his job, Tim is unsure about the future payments. He tells me that business is slow as it is, and if the state garnishes his wages, he won't have much left, which is why he reached out to Fox 17 for help.
And then I'm thinking, well, if they garnish my wages, how the heck do I get back and prove all this? And obviously I could go get a lawyer, but I'm not in a position to spend a couple $1,000s to go do that when they're going to garnish my wages anyway.
The UIA tells me that this is just another example of a fraudulent claim filed in somebody else's name. There is no risk, at least for Mr. Walters here, of collections. Now, to resolve the issue, though, the UIA tells me that each of these claims has to be done by a human and cannot be performed by a computer. That's why it's taking so long for so many people who are going through the same thing. If you have an issue with identity theft or you need to report fraud, you can do so online at michigan.gov/UIA. Reporting in Grand Rapids, Ryan Cummings, Fox 17 News.